Hey, what's up, everybody? It's time for another comic book review, and today's review is going to be brought to you by the Kimmy Planet. Go subscribe to her. I'll put her links somewhere around here. She does DC stuff. I've plugged her before. And yeah, she wants me to review, unsurprisingly enough, she wants me to review this, Magneto #1. So we open this comic with a interview with a guy who basically worked at Starbucks, and how there was a murder that happened that involved magnetism. And this guy's talking about how he heard something about genocide, and all of a sudden when he snapped, all the fillings pulled out of his mouth, and then he replaced them with this barbed wire type stuff, like poles right here. And we quickly flick over to Magneto, who is in a hotel room talking about all the different people he's been, all the different things he's done in his life, all the different names and stuff like that. And he recalls his murder he had committed, talking about this guy who had funded anti-mutant places and stuff like that. And he continues on saying all this stuff that he's done, and until now you've never answered for it. He snaps and kills him basically. And the maid comes in and looks at him, and he's saying that he's not actually really recognizable without the helmet, and he usually isn't recognized. Usually. The cleaning lady leaves, and she gets on her cell phone, and Magneto stops her and says, "Here, I forgot to give you this," and it's like some money. So he's basically saying he's like a little bit cautious, because it could have been anyone. It could have been her parents, her girlfriends, or her boyfriend, brother. She could be calling anyone, but he was just being careful that maybe she won't call anyone. And as we continue on, Magneto is actually shown that he is still crazy, still evil to the core, talking about killing someone who had killed mutants without any type of trial. He's just going to go kill this guy who has done crimes against mutants. And you get like all this kind of like conspiracy theorist for Magneto kind of going on. As we continue going on, Magneto is basically talking about he's doing his best he can under the circumstances, how he's been diminished, and power-wise and resources-wise. Magneto finds out that the person he's looking for actually is a vagrant and has turned himself into the police, which is a problem. So he goes right into the police officer, and it's a really cool scene. He goes like saying stuff like Eric, Max, Magnus, Magneto, terrorist, savior, hero, villain. Strolling into a room of police officers, it's like riding a bike. You never really forget. And then he just murders all of these cops, or at least takes them out, incapacitates all of them. And we get a really cool artwork here of a new suit that Magneto is wearing. And it's right here. He's wearing all black and a cool new helmet type thing, because he was wearing white for a while there. And now he's wearing this black outfit, and I think it's actually pretty badass. He finds a guy who's turned himself in, and actually, Magneto quickly understands that this guy is not responsible for these killings, because he's not actually human anymore. He is basically Omega Sentinel with some problems. He turns into this crazy Sentinel thing, attacks Magneto, detects he's a mutant, and just basically attacks him, and Magneto quickly and effectively neutralizes him by ripping the metal from his body. And before the guy dies, he tells Magneto that he doesn't know who did this to him, and then he dies. And Magneto says, "Well, I guess I'd find who really was responsible for these crimes." The art was okay in some spots, and then really good, like that Magneto spot. But that really cool, like, I'm back as Magneto. But cool story. I'm definitely gonna pick up #2. I don't know if I'm gonna continue reading it, because I don't know. Villains kind of don't interest me as much in Marvel. But anyway, I really did enjoy it. I don't know if I'll continue picking it up, but for this one, I really enjoyed. So I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. And I would recommend you buy it. And don't forget to go subscribe to the Kimmy Planet Our links will be up there. And if you want me to review anything from my pull list, I will put that link also there. So that's about it. I'm the Comic Guy, and I'm signing off. Peace.